Welcome back to Mass Appeal. Do you or your relatives have a medicine cabinet full of old medication? Well, you can help them get rid of it safely. Saturday's National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, and joining us to share more is Chris Geffen. Prescription drug use is on the rise. It's the fastest growing problem we have in America. Why do you think that is? And tell us why it's so dangerous.
Well, first of all, prescription drugs are easy to come by, especially if people are keeping them in their homes. From a surgery, from an injury, they're there. They're targets. And kids can get them out of their parents' medicine cabinets. They can get them out of their grandparents' medicine cabinets and out of their friends. So it's just easily obtained. But because of the prescription take-back days, it's becoming less easy. So now kids are turning to heroin as a drug.
Well, I think it's important that we talk about that correlation, because we were saying earlier that heroin, obviously, we've seen it on the news, there's an escalation in that too, and that's partly due to the high price of prescription drugs and the fact that there's less of them available. So oftentimes prescription drugs can be a gateway drug.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's purely economics. If you go to buy an oxycodone, it's $1 per milligram. So if it's a 10 milligram pill, it's $10. If it's 20, it's $20. And as the milligram progresses up, so does the price. Heroin is $5 a bag. So it's purely an economic
situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
And not only is it then imperative to get heroin off the streets, and it's a battle that we're fighting every day,
absolutely,
but that first step then is getting prescription drugs off the streets, and we can do that at the Drug Take-Back Day. Tell people how they can get involved.
Absolutely. Next Saturday is National Drug Prescription Take-Back Day. It starts at 10 o'clock. It goes to 2 o'clock. In the Northwestern District, which is Hampshire and Franklin counties, in the town of Athol, we have 19 sites. So people will be able to bring their drugs during that time. The only thing we ask is no liquids. We ask that you don't bring needles or IV bags or chemo drugs. And you can bring them anonymously. So clean out your cabinets, clean out your parents' medicine cabinets. And we don't just take prescription drugs. If you have pets, and you have old pet meds, bring those. If you have vitamins you're not using, anything, just get them out of your house.
And it's no questions asked.
No questions asked.
And not only is it an issue for drugs being taken by friends, drugs being taken by your kids or your grandchildren, they can pose an environmental risk too if they're not disposed of properly.
Absolutely. There are statistics that show there's trace amounts of antibiotics in our water stream, which means that it's affecting amphibians. So, to the old adage, oh, we'll just flush them down the toilet. Don't do that anymore. Stop it. You have places to bring your drugs. We have now the permanent drug take-back program. We have 16 locations across the jurisdiction. People can go to those communities. They can drop off their drugs 24/7 now. So we've provided communities with a place that they can do this anytime of the day.
And it's not just for the environment, it's not just for our friends and our family, it's for our kids and our future too.
Absolutely. So bring your drugs.
Bring your drugs next Saturday. Thank you for stopping by.
Great to see you.
Pleasure to have you
Thanks.
here. You're fighting a good fight. And coming